Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing my what sold for last week, Monday through Thursday, which will be August 15th through the 18th. I have sales, I believe, on, let's see, eBay, no Facebook, Mercari, Etsy, and I don't think I had any on Posh. So, yeah. Just last week was good, and I keep talking about this. I have this, and then I have this, and then I have this, and then it's just, but still listing, still getting ready for fourth quarter. That's what we all need to be doing, fourth quarter. We went out today. I haven't sourced for 2 weekends. So we decided we were going to hit a few yard sales, which there weren't hardly any. And the ones that we stopped at were not very good. But I told Robert, let's go out to that Goodwill. It's about like 45 minutes or so away from here. But I showed a picture one time of us stopping there when we had never been there before. And they had like 5 or 6 playpens full of stuffed animals. Went back today, there were only 3 playpens. I got quite a few plush, but most of them were just, I tried to stay away from my low bread and butter, like $8. But, you know, there's some that I'm just going to always pick up. Just certain types of plush I'm going to always pick up. I can't not pick them up. But I only spent like $14 there. But I made a post in my Facebook group. I've been trying to end all of my Facebook listings, all of them. I want to start all over. I'm going to have a different strategy. It's not going to be a whole lot of listings, but I think I'm going to put them up, leave them there for a little while. If they don't sell, I'm going to take them off and do something else. I'm not going to just let them pile up, because Facebook has a requirement where you have to do like renewals like every 6 days or something. And then once you've done that so many times, then you need to delete and relist. Now that's their button. It's just a button you click. Well, all of a sudden I've got duplicates. I've got listings with no pictures. It's just a mess. So I'm just going to not do the delete and relist anymore. Once I've done like my 6 weeks of renewals, if it hasn't sold, I'm going to take it down and pick a different category, pick something else. So that's my strategy. But I've probably deleted about 1,000 listings so far. I had 2,400 on there, and it's one at a time. There's no bulk. And it's like 2 buttons every single time to delete something. I did about 300 while Robert was driving this morning, and the app wouldn't let me delete anymore. I ended the app, closed it out, tried it again, no. But when I did get home, I was able to do it from my computer, so it's not like I guess I've not been banned or anything yet, but Facebook. All right, let me go ahead and get to where I need to be. Oops, wait, I didn't go where I need to go. Let's do that again. Otherwise, you guys won't be seeing. I've done that. I forget to open up the screen that shows you the screen that I'm staring at. A lot of bread and butter, and I am sending out offers and accepting a lot of offers, because I just got to get stuff moving. You know, I've got the 1,200 plush that I bought, 1,200-ish, that I'm working on right now. So I've got to make room. Yes, I have room to grow in our building, but stuff's got to get moving too. All right, so let's start here. First item, Animal Adventure tan lamb sheep plush. All the keywords that I like to use. I try to put a date if I have it. That also helps me, like if I'm going to cross list something to Etsy, it helps me know that it is a vintage item if I have been able to verify a date on a tag. So I always put a date if I know it. Took a best offer of $10 on it. Just gotta get stuff moving, right? First in Maine. I like that brand. It's a nice quality. This was Freddie the dog plush. They are always numbered. Like this one was $29.15. It's right on the tag. It sold for $12.17. Again, if you're new to my channel, I do not do free shipping. So if I say something sold for $12.17, they also paid shipping. This is Spark Create Imagine Bear Plush 14-inch. If you notice, I have a number 2 on the end there. That means I had another one listed, but this one has a different condition. That one might have still had its original tag or something. So I always number them so that eBay realizes that it's not the exact, it's not a duplicate, because duplicate listings on eBay is a big no-no. So this one sold for $12.17. Now a lot of my plush also I've picked up at yard sales, estate sales, the bins. We do sourcing trips several times a year where we go to a bins for a Goodwill outlet for days and fill up our trailer and then bring it home, and I work on it over several months. I think the last time we went was in March, and I'm still not through all of that, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But a lot of this is either by the weight, which means it's not very much, or I've paid $1 or so for it. Now these are Vionic gray mules, slip-ons, clogs, all of those keywords. Pretty sure we bought several pairs of Vionics at an estate sale for $2 a pair. I think this was one of them. They sold for best offer of $18. This is a vintage Japanese porcelain rice paddle. Now I bought a plate, but it wasn't the same design as this. A plate and then this paddle. I paid $5 for it at a yard sale. I already sold the plate, and then this paddle sold for $18.75. I got a message right after the buyer received this that the box that I had shipped it in was covered in like an oily substance that was very fragrant. Somebody mailed liquid and it exploded and was all over. So they had asked me, did I pack anything extra in the box before they opened it? And I hadn't. But they did send me a message back saying, the box was in a mess, but the paddle was fine. Cow toy. I put it like Kelly toy or something as far as quality. Not as bad as some of the others, but not a great quality plush. But this I bought for the cuteness factor. Just this cute, I'm guessing, I put pig just based on the nose. Plush, says I love you with a little heart thing hanging out of its mouth. It sold for $14.05. This must have been when I ended and did sell similar, which I am still doing. I missed a few days so far this month. Sometimes I forget and it'll be like 8 o'clock at night and it's like, oh no, I forgot, and it's too late. But hopefully I'll catch them the next month so that they're not. I'm a firm believer that right now, for some reason, if your listing gets any amount of old, that it just kind of goes stale and may not be shown as much as in the search. I don't know, but this has been working for me. But anyways, this was ended and did sell similar and sold before my sale could click in again. So it sold for $14.95. It's a Hallmark panda bear plush with the cute little mittens and scarf. Not bad. Hallmark is one of those brands that I pick it up, but it is a slow seller. All right, this is Webkins. This was one of the signature series plush. This one was a Dachshund. I do put the code that's on the tag here. I'm seeing if it will show. Yeah, right here. Well, let me look on the side. Here, if you see right here, they have like a golden W, where a lot of times the other W's on Webkinz are like a multicolor. This sold for $16.87. It did not have the code. I will always put the no code here in the condition. I put it down here in the code status, no code, and then I repeat it down here in the item the description, just to make sure whoever's buying it realizes there is no code. This I picked up at, it was a yard sale, but we bought a bunch there. I think I paid about $1 for this, but there was just, we made a pile, and it just was kind of saying this was $2, this is $5, this is $1. But I'm pretty sure the packaging had lots of issues. So I always make sure I state that, because some collectors want mint packaging. So just make sure you always disclose. And of course, don't mail these in polys or bubble mailers. They need to be boxed. So this for $15, and they've already left me excellent feedback. All right, this next one was a vintage Alf plush by Coleco, 1986. He's the larger 16-inch size. I want to say I paid $1 or $2 for him at a yard sale, and he sold for best offer of $20. This isn't the one with the talking sound box that goes inside of him. If you find them, that's definitely a bolo to be looking for, especially if the sound box works. But even if it doesn't work, it still does well. This is a Monet trinket peel box. I picked up, I want to say 7 of these at an estate sale. I paid $5 each. I took a best offer on this one for $20. I think I've got 2 left now, but most of them have been $20, $30, $40 and more dollars. Picked this up at an estate sale. I want to say it was one of those where it was either fill a box or they were like $3 for $1. Just, we get lots of coffee mugs very cheap here. But you know, a lot of them do take a little while to sell. These both were from Pigeon Forge Pottery. We live near Pigeon Forge, but I still don't see them very often. You would think I'd see them more often, but I just love the designs on here. This little piranha, and I'm guessing that's a bear for the Great Smoky Mountain, the bears. These 2 together sold for $42.25. This is, of course, my favorite. This is Fisher-Price Little People. This is Ernie from the Sesame Street set. It is set number 938. He had some condition issues, but not too bad. He sold for $9.35. This again is Hallmark. This is the Friendly Ghost plush. Has a little orange bow on him. Sold for $18.75. This definitely, if you haven't put your Halloween stuff up, get your Halloween stuff listed. Now this is from Little Journey, but it's also was sold at Aldi. It had Aldi on the tag. It was a musical wind-up giraffe. It sold, again, it had been ended and relisted, sold for full price of $14.95. I'm telling you, I like finding like Aldi, Target, Walgreens, all of those specific store brands. I do very well with them. This is a Hallmark Winnie the Pooh and Piglet plush. Pretty sure I picked this up at the bins, so it would have just been 25 cents or something. It sold for $8. I love my $8 sales because I tell you guys all the time, it's way easier for me to find a whole bunch of plush that I'm going to sell in my bread and butter, $8 to $12, than it is for me to find a plush that I'm going to sell for $50, $60, $100. You know, by the time I found one of them, I've sold, 20, 30, 40 of these. And that's what's paying my bills. This is those little resin porcelain houses and figure set. These were specifically, it said Crockett Farm. They were from Rite Aid, which our Rite Aids around here are closed. I'm not sure if that's a nationwide thing, but we're around here. You've got Crockett and Boone everywhere because this is the region that they were in. I listed high. I don't think I saw any more on eBay that were for me to compare to comps. I got a $45 offer on these and I took it. I mean, these are little. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not going to let me look at the picture. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I mean, all of these wrapped up very securely still fit in a large priority box because they're just like that big. All right, this is Aurora. It is a flat lamb lovey, 12 inches long, sold for $37.55. I always tell you, pick up your loveys. Most of them are going to be my bread and butter, but I find these also. And I never know, you know, a lot of times because, you know, it might be a specific brand, but it might be a specific animal, a specific color. So, you know, one Aurora lamb plush that's this color might sell for $37, but if it was, you know, pink, it might only sell for $12. So you just never know. That's why it's with loveys, you just need to check the comps. Lee women's jeans. We find a lot of Lee's, Wranglers, Levi's in this area. We pay, Robert says like average is $2. A lot of times we pick them up for $1, sometimes fill a bag, any type like that. But these women's jeans sold for $15.68. This was just, I almost didn't list it, and it's just another lesson where list it even if it's just not in the quality that you would expect. This just seemed very dingy and discolored. I washed it several times. I put that whitener in the laundry. OxyClean, it still just seemed dingy to me. I must have seen comps that were higher, but I just decided to list the $29.95 and it sold for $28.15. Just list it. I'm learning. There was a time I would not list stuff that wasn't in excellent condition in my eye. But now I know. Look at his face. And this was after me washing it several times. This I picked up at an estate sale. I paid I want to say it was $1, but it caught my attention because, and I had to get out my glasses to look at this. It said Limoges on the bottom and France, and I think it said like this word here, paint Maine. There were some comps listed that were in this range where I had it listed like $39.95. I've had it listed for a while and I got a best offer of $25 and I just went ahead and accepted it because, you know, it's great going from paying $1 to $25. These next two are from a viewer, so thank you very much, Sherry. She had made a comment in the video that I showed where this was in the haul, saying that she loved that monkey, and sure enough she found it and purchased it. So she paid for this Get Well Soon monkey by Balloons Inc. And then she bought this Cow Toy monkey ape chimp plush 12-inch. So thank you, Sherry. Now this reminds me, I have started a coupon. Robert should have it down in the link, but it's Rebel Reseller 10, and you'll get 10% off anytime you go into my store and purchase something. But also, if you click on my banner or down in the link to go into eBay through my channel, and then you just go off shopping, I do get a small commission because it is an affiliate link. So, you know, if you're going to go do some shopping, just kind of go in through my link if you don't mind, and that helps support me and my channel. Thank you. All right. I heard that Alfred Dunner was like, something happened, some kind of viral video on TikTok or whatever. So I found a pair. I think I paid $1 or $2 at an estate sale. And it took a while, but I took a best offer of $10 for them. I think it's waning. So I wouldn't go out and buy any more. But you never know, especially if you can get them really cheap. You know, it's $10. I like $10 sales. This, I'm pretty sure, came from my high bid estate sale. This is a 1986 McDonald's Happy Meal Halloween bucket. Sold for best offer of $12. I saw a post last night on Facebook. I followed the auction company that I purchased all of that stuff through high bid on. They're a local company. And I missed out. There was another estate sale last night, that was ending yesterday through high bid, and it was all kinds of vintage toys. But by the time I got on there, I mean, they were ending in like 8 seconds. And the prices were really, really high already. But I have got to do better about getting on high bid and checking my local area to see if I can, you know, find another one of those estate sales that you can buy a whole bunch and it makes it worth driving 2 hours or 2.5 hours, which is what I had to do for that one last year. But dang. All right, this is a Vanderbeer bear from North American Bear Company, 13-inch. This one did have a cute little outfit on. It sold for $12. The North American Bear Company and the what's the other one? Vermont teddy bears. A lot of people, they are so pretty, and a lot of times people think that they're just going to, you know, have value. They don't normally. I usually sell them $10 to $12. $12 just because this one had an outfit on. Now there's probably exceptions. There might be a specific year or color that one of these bears came in, but for the most part, they're my bread and butter. But they're adorable. This monkey, keep an eye out for, and there's several versions, several colors, but anytime I see a Fisher-Price monkey, I just go ahead and grab it because sometimes they're my bread and butter. But like this one, it sold for $18.75. It's just a 7-inch plush, but it's another one of those things. It's like a lovey. It fits perfectly into a child's hand, and it becomes their comfort. And when they lose it, which they do a lot of times, Mama needs a backup. This, I don't remember where I picked it up. Probably an estate sale, probably $1 or so. But it's Jolson Industries from 1991. It's just a cute little wicker basket, black with a little witch head, arms, feet coming out of it. It sold for $19.88. These were just little Zap dolls. I'm pretty sure they too came from our last trip to the Goodwill bins in St. Louis. Just made a lot of them and got a best offer of $20, which I accepted. This is Gingham. It's a Target brand. It was called the Gingham Dog and Calico Cat Plush. But there was no cat with this one. I'm guessing it was too, you know, I was hoping I had written here that, you know, it's the dog only. But, oh, see that. Probably could have been a bad situation because somebody would say, well, where's the cat? Why didn't I get the cat even though it's not in the picture? So be careful. But I think I wrote it straight from this paper tag. It was called the Gingham Dog and Calico Cat from 1990. Anyway, long story, sorry. $15.93. Homeschool curriculum. I picked this one up at a church sale, paid $1 for it. Again, it sold for best offer of $20. And I mentioned this in my live. I'm pretty sure I shipped this one medium mail. I offer both medium mail and priority mail because sometimes, like I did, I forgot to order RJ's math student book. And I had to, pay for expedited shipping. So just make it available. They have the choice whether they want to pay, the couple of bucks for medium mail, or if they really need it, yours might be the reason why they pick it because they needed it, in 2 or 3 days. So just my public service announcement. All right, this is, I believe, also came from my Hybrid online estate sale. I got the whole series. I'm pretty sure there was Snickers and M&Ms and just all kinds of the different candy bars. These were all put out by M&M. And 1987, almost all of them sold between $20 and $25. This one sold for $23.45. And then this hat, I think Robert picked this up at an estate sale, paid $1 or $2 for it. But it said that it's a fold-up hat. It actually said that inside. Of course, it's not going to show you. But it's a Minnetonka fold-up hat. This one was black. But when I got it home and was taking pictures, this little rope cord around it was coming loose. So I lowered the price. It sold very quickly for best offer of $17. So I'm thrilled. And because it's collapsible, I was able to put it in just one of those priority boxes that, are rectangular shaped. All right. Couple of Etsy orders. I sold these 3 last week, and I don't think I've sold anything since. All of them. This week, everything has been slow. Mercari, Etsy, Poshmark, all of them. It's just like feast or famine. You know what I mean? This was a Fisher's Bologna plush, 7-inch. This too was from my Hybrid estate sale. Whole lot of advertising plush that I picked up. Unfortunately, this one's coming back to me because I didn't realize it's supposed to squeak. Obviously, mine didn't squeak, and the buyer asked to return it, so I'm waiting for it to get back. But definitely keep your eyes out for the advertising toys. This we picked up at the Goodwill bins in St. Louis. It was complete. It's a different color. It was blue, the navy blue instead of brown. It was complete. In fact, I don't know if it had been played with because 2 of the chips right here were still sealed in a bag. Listed it, sold it almost immediately on Etsy for $49.95. Now, it had been listed on eBay probably a month before I cross-listed it. I do not think it's wise or prudent to cross-list. If you, like for me, I start everything on eBay. When I list it, I wait a while before I start cross-listing it. I don't immediately start cross-listing stuff to the other platforms. Because what if it sells very quickly on one of them or both of them because your price is just perfect and it sells quickly? So I always wait a little while. Now, once it's been on eBay for a while, I may go ahead and cross-list it to Mercari and Poshmark at the same time. But I think, for me personally, I think it's wiser to wait before you cross-list to other platforms. Put it on your main one and see if it's going to sell quickly. Because I see lots of posts where, it sells, you've got a too low of a price or a perfect price, and it sells on 2 platforms. And then, of course, my suggestion when it happens is don't cancel the eBay one. eBay's the one that you're going to have the most detriment to your account if you do that. So, all right, but a good sell. Excellent. And then magazines. These are from 1972 to 1977. They were called Sphere magazines by Betty Crocker. Again, it was another one of those. They hadn't been cross-listed probably a week, and they sold for $49.95. And again, remember, you cannot use media mail for magazines because it has advertising in it, even if it's vintage advertising. All right, and then 4 Mercari sales, and then none this week. First one is a Manhattan Toys. Love that brand. Very nice quality. T-Rex Dinosaur, 8-inch. It sold for $12 on Mercari. This is a, I say Bisel, but I'm famous for mispronouncing words. But it's an Easter rabbit tissue paper decoration. So you would be able to, see, it's right here, open it up. Honeycomb is another word I probably should have used. Oh, I did down here in the description. I bought these at an estate sale. A whole pile of just different decorations, and this one sold for $8. These are Bradley dolls. You can tell by their face. This was a Red Riding Hood. These are the smaller. Sometimes you see them larger. Sometimes you see them in glass cases. This was 8.5 inches tall. I paid $10 for 6 of them. And I've sold several already. This one sold on Mercari for $18. And then last, picked this up at a thrift store when we were traveling. Paid $1 for it. This is a Wendell August handmade metal plate, but this is little, and it did come with a little wooden stand. It sold for $10 on Mercari. So that's it. Again, don't forget to use my coupon. If you've made it this far, thank you. If you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, please do. Click on the bell. You'll know when I'm releasing videos. I'm going to try to get some extra videos made. I want to still do some more of my research videos on different toy brands. Just kind of got too many things going on right now, right? Somebody posted in my thing, you know, just not enough time. Too much to do and not enough time. And time is not my friend right now because I need to get all this stuff listed before 4th quarter. That's like priority for me because my mantra, right? I should put it up here. You can't sell it if it's not listed. So we need to get to work. Bye.